Hey everyone, thank you all so much for clicking on my face. I know you did, otherwise you wouldn't be here looking at me wondering what the heck is going on. So, thank you. And I want to introduce you guys and welcome you to my brand new channel that I'm launching today. I'm very excited to be launching this channel. I've been working on it for a little over a year now, getting it ready, getting set up what some of the ideas I'm going to do, and without further ado, I would like to introduce you guys to the Lonely Nerd. Okay, so by now you all are probably wondering what's the Lonely Nerd and who's this weirdo just kind of rambling on my screen, and yeah, I'd be asking myself those same questions if I were you too. So let's address that second one first. So I'm really rambler, and you can tell that I'm still rambling, and I'll get to that. My name's Sarah, and I am an electrical engineering senior at Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University in Prescott, Arizona. Ooh, middle of nowhere, you know it. You guys have probably A, never heard of my school, and B, never heard of Prescott. If you have, let me know in the comments down below. I would love to know how you know either of those. And I think it's really cool if you guys do. If not, don't worry, you are with the majority out there. Most people have never heard of either of those two. But just to give you a little bit of background, the only reason you go to Embry-Riddle is if you want to be an engineer, a pilot, or a spy. So you don't get a lot of just, I'm going to go to college students there. And as a result, everyone's a little nerdy there, and makes it for some fun times. Where else are you going to, get into a Star Wars versus Star Trek debate in one of your classes? I mean, hey, come on now. But with that, it's really fun and really cool to go to this school because, as I said, everyone there is a little bit nerdy, a little bit geeky, and we love what we do. I mean, when there's a rocket launch, we watch it. Even if it's in the middle of the class, we're watching it, trust me. If there's a new Marvel movie, expect the entire theater to be, people from my school. And it's really cool because it allows you to connect with almost everyone on campus in some way or shape or form in regards to these kind of pop culture or scientific ideas, which is amazing because a lot of places in life, you're not going to have such a concentration of people with similar interests, which I'll kind of get into is one of the key features of this channel that I'm launching today. So, a little bit more about me. As I said, I'm an electrical engineer. There are currently 7 of us seniors. I'm the only female, so, makes it interesting. There are stories for days from that, which I'm sure I will be more than happy to share with y'all. So, even though I am the only female in that, a lot of my friends at school are females as well, and we are super nerdy. Like, we love all that stuff. One of my best friends, we actually go to Comic-Con together. We geek out about comic books. We go see the Marvel movies together. I mean, anything related to this nerd culture, this pop culture idea, she's going to be right there by my side. And to me, that's really great because from growing up, I was always interested in video games. I had the very first DS, the really old one that was not backlit at all and was terrible, but I had it. I had Game Boy, I had PlayStation, I had the Wii. Yes, I will admit, I had a Wii. I thought it was awesome when it first came out. Might have been the biggest dork playing Mario Kart there, but that's okay. But I really loved all these ideas. But there weren't a lot of people where I grew up who really had these similar interests or, shared this passion for these similar ideas. So I didn't really have a lot of friends who understood a lot of those nerdy quirks that I was really into. And it made it kind of difficult because you really, as a nerd and as part of this culture, you really want to share. You want to tell people about it. And if there's no one to tell, you're going to tell someone, aka the internet, as you can tell I am doing. And so, it was really, really interesting growing up, because I I was the one, you know, in computer lab, I was playing the video games where we were killing dragons. You know, I was not playing whatever some of the other people would have played. You know, I always went after the quest. And, you know, so that was interesting, especially at school, not having a lot of friends who had similar interests. The other thing, too, is my family has no clue at all what I'm interested in, all that kind of nerd stuff and whatever. Also, at school, they have no clue what I'm studying at all. And when I told them I was going to do YouTube, they were like, oh, cool. How do you YouTube? It's like, oh. So it's definitely interesting growing up in a family that doesn't really have a lot of the same interests as you do either. And you kind of almost want to start suppressing that because you're like, wow, I'm different and people don't really get me. But that's the exact opposite of what you should be doing. And going to school, going to college has really shown me that. I mean, we totally embrace all of our nerdiness at school. I mean, there is no doubt that we are nerds, and I'm proud of it. And, you know, you can call me a nerd or a geek or a weirdo. I guarantee you I have called myself it. My friends have called me, and my family's called me it. So I'm not going to get offended if you guys call me it, because that's what I'm here for. And that's really what I want to share with you guys, is kind of my take on nerd culture, my take on what being a nerd or a geek in today's culture is, and what that even means. What does being a nerd mean? And there's not one right or wrong definition out there. Everyone has their own idea of what that is. In a nutshell, the nerd culture is this idea of fantasy worlds, you know, technology, pop culture, all of these ideas that started off as, you know, imagination and a far-fetched idea and have become so instrumental in today's society. I mean, could you imagine a world in which they don't make superhero movies anymore? Could you imagine, you know, not having Comic-Con? I mean, where would we go dressed up? So nerd culture has definitely changed the world we live in and changed our perception of nerds, geeks, weirdos, changed how we view them and how they view themselves even. And it's definitely something that's always evolving and always changing as well. Kind of as an overview here really quick, for those of you who did not skip ahead, I know you're missing all the good stuff. Kind of what this channel is going to be all about, as I've kind of alluded to, is that this is going to be my story, and mine and my friends as well. You know, thoughts on nerd culture and what that really is, the idea behind that all, and how that really has shaped who I am and how I live my life. So I'm going to be doing, you know, some of these vlogs, giving you guys updates on what I'm doing. I'm going to do some, like, science stuff, letting y'all know in case you missed a cool big rocket launch, which rocket launches are amazing, just in case you haven't seen one. You should go see one. They're awesome. I'm going to be doing some cosplay stuff because, yes, I'm a nerd and I cosplay guilty here. But just sharing you guys some of your techniques. I'm a college student, so I'm low budget. So just kind of giving you guys, showing you what I do. If you guys have ideas or questions, comments, let me know on that too. Probably be playing some video games because I will tell you I am terrible. I love it, but I'm terrible. And my friends laugh really hard. Really, really hard, like rolling on the floor laughing when I play a lot because it's not pretty. But I have fun and they make fun of me, I make fun of myself, and that's what I want us to have here, is a good time. So yeah, and then lastly, I'm going to be doing some stuff with my friends, some type of like challenge stuff, when we travel together, because we're always up for adventures or doing new things or doing stupid things. So expect some of that along the way. And then, you know, whatever else kind of happens. I really don't have a set criteria of what I want this channel to be, and I kind of want it to be ever evolving. I want to know what you guys are interested in, what you guys would like me to do, if there are challenges or games or topics you would like me to talk about, let me know, because I would be more than happy to discuss that with you. Because as I said, this is a place for nerds and geeks and weirdos alike, and even those who might not think that they are any of those above. to come and to check out all this cool stuff that happens. And one last thing. As I told you, the channel name is The Lonely Nerd. And you guys might be wondering, alright, well, I got the nerd aspect, but why The Lonely Nerd? And it's that idea that, you know, sometimes being a nerd, you feel alone. You feel like people don't get you or that you're the outsider. But you're not. There are hundreds of thousands of millions of people out there just like you, in the sense that they have specific, unique interests that make them them, but that a lot of people might not understand. And you should never be ashamed of that. That is what makes you you, and that is what makes this idea of the nerd culture so amazing. That even though there are so many diverse and interesting, you know, ideas and interests and topics that are in this culture, it's the idea that we all have that passion, that burning passion for something that relates to this culture, this idea. And that's what brings us together. And that's what makes us awesome. Because, I mean, come on. Nerds are the greatest people around. Like, come on. I mean, not trying to brag here being a nerd, but I think I'm pretty cool. I don't know. My friends might disagree with that, and my parents, and, you know, most people. But hey, you gotta have a big ego sometimes. So, anyways, I just want to thank you guys again so much for checking this out and coming to join me on this adventure. And I'm really looking forward to growing with you guys and doing things with you guys and talking about things you want to do and, you know, doing things that you guys want to see. I mean, that's what I want this to be, is like an open forum type thing. You guys can give me ideas, I can give you guys ideas, and together we're going to make an awesome nerd culture. Even though there's already one in existence, we're going to make it better. As I've told you many times already, thank you guys so much for watching. I'm very excited to do this, to see what is going to happen. This video is going to be released, I don't know, sometime this week. I haven't decided yet. Whatever works around my work schedule. I'm going to try to get you guys a cosplay video out this week of one of the props that I'm going to be taking. I'm actually traveling this weekend to Denver, Colorado, where I will be attending Denver Comic-Con with one of my best friends. And I'm really excited. So I can't wait to see what this channel holds and what the future holds for us. So, as always, my friends, stay nerdy.